Welcome to Wrestling Talk in the Shop, where we cover all things professional wrestling, from new wrestling to classic wrestling and everything in between. We go to wrestling, we do some wrestling, and everything in the ring. Join us now for Wrestling Talk in the Shop.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Wrestling Talk in the Shop, and today, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go over this RAW magazine. I guess it's not a WWE magazine, it's a WWE RAW. I guess at this point in time they had Raw and SmackDown. It's from May of 2005, right after WrestleMania 21, and got Hulk Hogan on the cover, and this is the reason I bought it. I bought it way back in there, and I've had it this long. We're going to open it and go over it. I've never actually looked through it, you know, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame at this point in time. And we'll open it up. I've had it for, how long has it been?
2005?
Yeah.
That was 2023, so
Pretty good while.
18 years.
It's not been over the best. I was a teenager at this point in time, so we went through a lot, moved a lot, so it's not in the greatest shape. And I thought, hell, we'll open it up and look through it. Let's see who we got here.
Oh.
You got a Diva poster here, or some sort of a poster. If I can get it open.
Give me a little tease there.
I'm not even sure who this is. I'm not even sure.
All right, put her in your locker.
I'm not even sure she was I was 2005. Yeah, I was a junior in high school. I'm not even sure she was a diva. I'm not even sure who that is.
It should have her on there.
Oh, be sure to pick up.
The Divas is from the Diva Search, or no, 2005 magazine.
Yeah, well, no, it's just, it didn't say who she is, but
No.
anyway. We'll turn to the back. Now, we know who this is. This is Christy Hemme. I mean, so I guess these are Diva Search content contestants. I mean, because she was an announcer for WWE for a long time, and she ended up working for TNA for quite a while, and she's never been back to WWE since she left or was released or whatever. But anyway, there you go. Your little
In their Playboy era.
yeah, this really wasn't Playboy. Nothing really that bad. I mean, I'll give that to my son. Let him put it in his room.
I'm sure. I love that.
Anyway, moving right along, we'll go to the magazine. Like I said, the magazine's,
It's been through some stuff.
yeah, I mean, but I never opened it until now, so. You can see the nice pretty cover there.
Get the camera.
That's definitely a 80s Hulk Hogan there. I mean, he didn't, I actually have that title belt, bought it at his wrestling shop. It's signed by him. And Immortals, honoring the class of 2005. You got Bob Orton, Ivan Koloff, Paul Orndorff, the Iron Sheik, Jimmy Hart, Rowdy Piper, and Hulk Hogan. I mean,
Stacked class.
and,
Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, I mean, that stuff's still, that's making a comeback now.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
Yeah, that Dragon Ball Z.
It's been out forever.
Yeah.
That figure's probably worse than me.
Yeah.
It's old.
Then you got the Figures
the belt.
Toys, the Figures Toy Company, and they were pushing those replica belts in 2000.
See what they were.
They're pretty much, I mean, they're right on par. They're a little, you can catch them for this price nowadays.
Yeah.
Because that
$225.
WCW World Title, I mean, it's on for $250 right now. So I mean,
$1 million belt.
$399.
Yeah, that's about what they sell it for.
Yeah, and prices haven't really gone up. Some of them, the designs like this cruiserweights and this television title, you can't get that anymore. And I'd like to have that
This
version.
isn't all that different either.
What?
United States Championship.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Still
The adult
similar.
replica, the 225, that's pretty reasonable. I mean. But anyway, we'll move right along. I mean,
There's a women's championship.
oh, advertising the video game. What station?
WrestleMania 21.
What? Is this the Xbox? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Xbox.
Yeah.
That thing's been coming on.
It's still around today. Yeah, it's still around.
Yeah.
And where are they today? Big Bully Busick. Read where Big Bully Busick is today. This is 2005,
I
so.
think so. It's 20 years ago, nearly. To this day, people talk about the time Big Bully Busick, how do you say it?
Busick, this is sad.
Anyway, walked down the aisle, pulled a cigar out of his mouth, and popped the balloon that belonged to an innocent young girl at ringside, which caused her to burst into tears. Back then, Nick Busick was truly a bully. These days, he's anything but. I've been helping out with Powerlifting Cup Series that's sponsored by Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort that I now work for. It features teams of youth powerlifters competing against one another. We regularly appear on ESPN. We're really progressing nicely. This year, there's going to be a scholarship competition, so he's turned his life around. Once I got to wrestle in Madison Square Garden, it was like I achieved my goal. To be perfectly honest with you, after that, I simply lost interest. Soon after, he left WWE and opened a private investigation company, followed by a security company before he finally took a job with the gaming resort. One of the other benefits of his current position is the time he's able to spend with his family. His oldest daughter is a canine trainer, his older son a former state wrestling champion, and the 215-pound class is a West Virginia state trooper, and his youngest son is seeded number 1 in upcoming Ohio Valley Wrestling Tournament. Who knows, perhaps one day we'll see a second-generation bully in the ring.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he turned his life around and didn't. I'm sure he's doing well to this day. He's probably retired from that job now.
I think so, yeah. He's probably not even doing that.
Then we got featured, what's that, the Hallowed Hall? Is that what that?
Hallowed Hall.
Hallowed
Not
Hall.
before WrestleMania, WWE will induct some of its greatest legends into the Hall of Fame. Read about them and their accomplishments. Hogan's run, he's the greatest, most legendary name in sports entertainment. At last, he will be immortalized in the WWE Hall of Fame. Look back over his astounding career and in-depth profile. The Go Girl, she's the girl everybody's talking about. Now you can meet her in this exclusive profile. Learn about how Candice Michelle made the journey from struggling performer to WWE stardom.
She broke Zack Ryder's heart, kissing on John Cena.
Yep. Triple H put Evolution together. It seemed to be a foolproof plan. Now it's all coming apart. Hear what the game has to say about it, and more Stacy, please. You asked for her, you got her. Stacy Keebler pictorial to warm you up for springtime.
All right.
Fan mail.
We're not going to read all of this, guys, but because this is for time. I mean, but we'll stop it and maybe you can read it.
There's the next Batista.
Yeah, that was.
Actually, I guess that's a look back at the February article.
Yeah, and
he's definitely blown up.
Yeah.
Raw calendar.
Where were they? What was that? That's the live event calendar?
Yeah, the live event calendar. They went all over the place here. They're in LA, Australia, Illinois, Lita's birthday. Can't forget that. Connecticut, Berlin, Germany, Scotland, England, and Kane's birthday.
Yeah.
We had
got some
did some traveling there.
Got some books here. Terry Funk. More than just hardcore. And then Dusty Rhodes. I mean, these aren't. I guess you could buy WWE. They would sell you an ad spot, you know. And then down here you got Harley Race, King of the Ring, and
that's probably interesting.
Bobby Heenan, forward by Ric Flair, chair shots, and all of other obstacles. I mean, read this month in history. I always like. You got a glare or something?
Yeah, we had a little glare on this black. This month in history, Frank Gotch competes in the first match, beating Marshall Green in his hometown of Humboldt, Iowa. And, oh my gosh, this was 1899.
No, that wasn't.
What does it say? 4/2/1899.
Let's see. Frank Gotch is that old? I mean, okay. Anyway, let's go right on.
Okay. 4/3/1908. Frank Gotch wins the world championship from George Hackenschmidt in one of the most famous matches in wrestling history.
They say he was actually the first world champion, George Hackenstock.
Hackenschmidt.
Yeah. Whatever.
4/7/1986. a long while after that. WrestleMania 2 is broadcast from 3 locations nationwide: New York, Chicago, and LA.
Not the greatest WrestleMania, I didn't think.
People did not like that.
I didn't like. How do you know what people didn't like? You weren't even born yet.
I know. You weren't either.
Anyway.
You were not born then either.
I know I wasn't. But anyway, go right ahead.
Okay, 4/9/1917, Earl Caddock defeats Joe Stretcher to the end of Scissor King's first reign as the world champion. 4/12, this is way before anybody around here was born. Watching this was born. 1980, the Wild Samoans win the first of the 3 World Tag Team titles, beating Hall of Famers Ivan Putski and Tito Santana in Philly. 4/13/1927, Hall of Famer Antonio Rocca is born in Treviso, Italy. 4/15/25, veteran, I don't know if I can even say that, Stanislaus Zabowski easily beats former football star Wayne Bigman to retake the world title for the last time. 1960, the Graham brothers regain the U.S. tag team for the final time. 1984, the late Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch began the 9-month reign as world tag team champs.
That was before he was the adorable Jay. He was before that. He was really a badass then.
Let's see. Gory Guerrero in 1990, father of Eddie and grandfather of Chavo, passes away. 1933, Benjamin F. Roller, perhaps the greatest light heavyweight wrestler of all time, dies of pneumonia. This is kind of morbid.
Interesting stuff. You need to know this. Must know information. Keep reading. 1895,
Farmer Burns beats the original Strangler Lewis to claim the American Championship, forerunner to the world title. In 1980, Hall of Famer the Grand Wizard leads Ken Patera to the IC Championship victory over Hall of Fame Pat Patterson in Madison Square Garden.
I wonder if he was the second ever Intercontinental Champion, because Pat Patterson was the first. Anyway, move right along.
1960, the Bastians and the Grahams last run with the U.S. Tag Team Championship. 1936, the mysterious Alibaba tops German strongman Dick Schicott to take the World Championship in Detroit. 1947, legendary Lou Thez beats Whipper Billy Watson for his 3rd of 6 world titles. 1976, WWE champion Bruno Sammartino suffers a broken neck at the hands of Stan Hansen at the Madison Square Garden. In 1878, future champion Frank Gotch is born on a farm near Humboldt, Iowa. So, in 1985, Hollywood Hogan is featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And the final one, 1977, Hall of Famer superstar Billy Graham beats Bruno Sammartino for the WWE Championship in Baltimore.
All right. Then you got some other ads, End of an Era, and you can read those articles. Like I said, we're not going to read them all, but she'll show them to you, and you can read them all. The Double Cross, April 15th, 1925. Argentina's Pride and Joy. Was that the birth of, who is that? The End of an Era. They're going way back in this stuff.
Sure are. Somebody did some super research from this.
Nah, it's just WWE. They probably just made it up. Got it off Wikipedia.
This was pre-Wikipedia.
No, Wikipedia was around in 2005.
Was it?
I don't know.
Anyways, the man behind the black hat right there.
The Ross Report. That's a young Shelton Benjamin. Greetings from under the black hat.
He basically still looks the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't age much.
This was in that. I guess this in the middle of 2005 was probably Evolution time.
Yeah.
But,
It was because they were talking.
Tyson Tomko got lost too young. I mean, can you imagine him in AEW now? Or you got a glare or something? Just turn that light on. Can you see it better now?
Yeah.
You know, he managed Christian Cage, and they would be good in Christian's little stable now. I mean, and I don't know what.
This is an ad.
Yeah. or something. I don't know what it
Never
is.
wanted your butt kicked so bad.
And it's got the highlight in the Hall of Fame here. It's Bob Orton.
Cowboy Bob Orton.
No.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Definitely played a role in that first main event with Bob Orton and his cast. And then you got Mr. Wonder. I guess they inducted the whole first WrestleMania here. I guess so, yeah. Because you got Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff. It's just going through what all happened at
I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
you got Nikita Koloff or Volov, whatever.
Nikita Volkov.
Koloff.
You said that backwards.
Yeah, Koloff, I believe is
It's fine. Volkov.
Volkov. Nikita Volkov.
He gets it.
The Iron Sheik. We lost him. Did we lose him this year? Was it he passed away? He passed away earlier this year, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
We had a great story. I mean, you never really thought about it. Jimmy Hart, the man that never.
I met him.
Yeah, he never ages. I mean, he doesn't look that different now.
In high school. It was right around, probably like the year.
Yeah.
It was probably right around this time.
I mean, Jimmy Hart hasn't aged
He
any.
came to our high school and put on a show.
Okay, baby. He immediately
I thought it was like the coolest thing.
for $20, he'll do anything. The Man Legends, WWE 24/7. I remember this, and this was kind of the how do you say it? Before the predecessor to
predecessor.
the WWE Network. I mean, you had it all.
24/7.
Yeah.
WCW.
AWA.
ECW.
AWA, ECW, Jim Crockett Promotion, Smoky Mountain, WWF, WWE.
What was it on? Oh no, it was a show.
They just did like little legend roundtables and whatnot.
Gotcha.
And then
Honoring the icon, Jonathan's man right here. In the white.
Yeah, that was the early days when he came out to Eye of the Tiger there.
Eye of the tiger.
Different.
There's the Hulkster.
Yeah. American icon.
Still pretty well known.
Yeah. Some maybe not for the greatest things anymore, but he's still my favorite. I mean, we all got demons, I guess you might say, or whatever. Done stuff we're not proud of, you know. You sure are flipping them pages fast.
You were flipping that one.
And you got
Hogan versus Andre.
read that little hot.
Hogan's rivalry with Andre the Giant made for some legendary moments in his storied career. When Hogan slammed Andre at WrestleMania 3, it was a historic moment that etched his legacy in stone.
Yeah, I mean definitely when you think of WrestleMania, that's what I think of. I mean, Hogan slamming Andre, and I mean that's definitely one of the greatest all-time WrestleMania moments. I mean, and you got that Nintendo GameCube Donkey Kong. I mean, that was
You still find those pretty regular.
GameCube. That's hard to believe.
Bongo drums used to be everywhere.
Yeah. And then you got WrestleMania 1 here.
Hulk Hogan poses with Mr. T during height of the Rockin' Wrestling Connection. Below, Hogan poses with fellow NWO members Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Opposite, Hogan pulls an amazing comeback in 2002. He did. Came a bad guy.
He was a bad guy long before 2002, but that's when he came back to WWE. Yeah. And you got Ric Flair. Ric Flair looked good there. 2005. I mean, he looked like he could still be world champion. He was ready to challenge Triple H at any moment for that. I mean, I liked Evolution. I thought it was a pretty good little spin on what things are.
Randy Orton. We'll see if he comes back.
Yeah, he's supposed to come back to Survivor Series.
He's been doing it a long time. He's young there.
Yeah, that's a young Orton.
This young pup there.
Then over here you got the classic superstars. Hello, ladies. I guess that's hello, collectors. Val Venus. Ringside Collectibles.
Going about.
Wrestling
Golly,
figures.
they've been doing it a long time.
Yeah, WrestlingFigures.com. Yeah.
I didn't realize they'd been in the game so long.
Yeah. They've been around for a minute.
Obviously.
Get your official WrestleMania merch here.
It's a lot cheaper then.
Yeah, those t-shirts have doubled.
$20.
What the jersey costs? $60.
That was pretty high then.
Yeah, I mean,
It's probably not that different now.
Yeah. Shoot, it's probably
Get your
100.
hat, 20. That's not that off.
The jersey's probably 160 now.
I don't know.
And
I told that one you bought the other day.
well, the jersey, I think it was $100.
Was it?
I think so. That's
Springtime with Stacy.
Yeah,
Boy,
they-
this screams 2005. This is exactly what we were wearing.
yeah.
Hoochie Mama shirts with the low ultra rise jeans. That's what I was wearing. I was a Hoochie Mama.
And then you got
That really doesn't. But
Stacy. She hasn't been around, and I mean, she hasn't been on TV in a while. I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to say there.
yeah. Anyways, we'll leave that there. Flip the page.
I'm trying to.
Obviously.
It won't turn. Another picture of Stacy.
Stacy.
And you got WrestleMania 21.
Goes to Hollywood.
That was
Way
when
to
the-
Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, that's when John Cena drove that. No, that wasn't that one. They did all them great vignettes there. I mean, it's those vignettes that they did on TV, like, those like where they would play off of movies or whatever. Those were great. I mean, back then. I remember I bought this pay-per-view, and that's the first one I bought in a while. Then you go back to Fantasy Warfare. And that's young Sherry Martel there. Read that article there. Just the top.
WWE has had its share of memorable women's champions over the years, including unforgettable superstars such as Fabulous Moolah, Wendy Richter, Sable, Chyna, and Trish Stratus. Clearly, two of the more charismatic women to ever hold the title were former long-term champ Sensational Sherry and current Raw diva Victoria. Sherry defeated the legendary Moolah to begin her one and only title reign, ruling the division for nearly 15 months from July 87 to October 88. Meanwhile, Victoria has enjoyed two separate title reigns since her in-ring debut in August of 2002. Victoria has succeeded despite facing some of the stiffest competition in the women's division has ever seen, including other former title holders such as Trish, Lita, and Molly Holly. Shirley, Sherry, and Victoria would put on quite a...
Sherry.
No, it says Shirley.
Oh, okay.
Sherry and Victoria would put on quite a show in the match between two of the top ladies to ever grace the
That would be a
WWE
cool
ring.
match. I'd like to see that match. I mean, women's wrestling has come a long ways from 2005. I mean, and it is really significantly, I mean, because back then it was bra and panties matches and whatnot. And we'll move right along.
Powerpuff.
And then Coach's Corner, Jonathan Coachman. I just seen an interview where he said with Chris Van Leet, where he said he would never return to WWE. I mean, he said he was treated bad there. I didn't listen to the whole interview, but sharing is not in a diva's vocabulary, especially when you are dealing with a primetime A-list chocolate delight like myself.
All right, man. No lack of confidence there.
Yeah. And final page is a
Let the bidding begin.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
And then we got you could buy
a ring thing.
you could buy memorabilia from WWEauctions.com. You can still do that to this day and age. I mean, they'll still sell you that. You got
Crippling the Crippler.
Kane there, and that's Crispin Wall. You know, you don't hear much about him anymore since he.
No, that was a couple of years after that. Anyway.
No, yeah, that was in 2007 whenever he did that. All right.
All right.
There you have it. I've had this magazine for like 18 years and went through it. Really didn't learn a lot, but it was fun to look through with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And human interaction is good for the channel, and like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.